Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Yesterday we had Aljamain Sterling defeat Yusuf Zalal by decision. As I predicted, people gotta put respect on Aljamain Sterling's name, man. What a performance. Just showed how high level he truly is, man. And talking about the card, like it started pretty mid, but then as it went on later in the card, it started to gradually get better. I think the main card was actually pretty good. The prelims were not great though. The last two were fine, but the rest were just kind of mid. But starting with the main event, I'm just gonna do a quick recap. Round one, Zalal came with that pressure. It took Aljo like a little bit to go for his first takedown. Aljo got Zalal backed up to the fence. Zalal did a good job to defend and separate. Since the first round, like Zalal was trying to land that knee, like I told you guys, he couldn't land anything flush in that first round. Aljo got his first takedown. Well, technically a takedown. He timed when Zalal was going in with that knee again. He timed a nice calf kick as he was doing it on his planted leg. So Zalal fell over and Aljo just got on top of him. Zalal tried to attempt a couple of triangles, but Aljo was safe from both attempts. It wasn't really anything threatening. Aljo ended that round on top and he clearly won the round. Round two, Aljo came out a bit more aggressive, tried putting Zalal on the back foot with a couple low kicks. He attempted a takedown, but again, Zalal defended well. Zalal kept looking for that knee again. Then Zalal decided he wanted to go on the front foot a little bit, be a bit of the aggressor, and tried to land that knee again. Again, didn't land it, but it just missed. It was just really evident in this fight that whoever on the feet was moving forward would be the one who would have more success. And that's just like what really the story of the fight was. Zalal, again, tried to go for that knee, but he kept missing. Tried to throw that long jab a little bit more. In that second round, he started on the feet. He started to find like a little bit of a rhythm for a little bit with his jab and started to find it a little bit more. Then Zalal got a bit overconfident and he started swinging. He overextended with his right hook from southpaw and Aljo went underneath it and he got a body lock in it and he got to the back. Was able to drag him down and he smothered him and he even got the body triangle as well. He got Zalal mounted on this weird angle, but Zalal's face was right in front of him. Aljo started to land some nice ground and pound. Zalal turned around and gave up his back. Aljo still with the body triangle kept throwing those shots, just kept adding them up, trying to land that damage. Aljo ended that round on Zalal's back. It was pretty clear 2-0. Round 3 starts. Aljo again started the round putting Zalal on his back foot. Zalal once again trying to go to that knee, and that one might have just grazed Aljo, but it didn't hurt him in any way. This knee was probably the one that was the closest knee that he landed. Aljo was able to get a nice grip of a sort of like a double leg. Zalal tried to jump a guillotine, and he honestly looked tight for a brief moment, but Aljo did well to defend and he went to his back. Zalal was on top for a while, just trying to control. Aljo threatened with a triangle, made Zalal stack up, and Aljo landed like a couple of nice like up kicks. And Zalal just decided to go back into Aljo's guard, and Aljo started to threaten once again with that triangle. Zalal eventually was able to transition to Aljo's back at the end of that round and get the body triangle. But the thing is, this is the biggest mistake I think Zalal made, not only here but when he was this round was really the only moment he had a really good dominant position on the ground, on the back, rather than what Aljo was doing, which Aljo was looking for those ground and pound shots to land damage, and Zalal was only looking for submissions, wasn't landing any damage. I think that was a very, very big mistake. He should have really put more of a stamp on that round. I think that round genuinely could have gone either way, but because there was literally no damage done in that third round. But I would have probably slightly given it to Zalal just because he tried throwing that knee and because he was in a dominant position on the back. But again, it was very close round because there was no damage. I'd get that round to Zalal. Round 4, Aljo came out very, very aggressive this time. He was able to get Zalal backed up to the fence. Zalal was trying to exit to his left-hand side, and Aljo hit him with three heavy low kicks, kind of put Zalal a bit off balance, and Aljo came in with a nice knee in the clinch and into the left hook, and then level changed and went for a single. Then went into that body look. Like I told you, he's very good at that. Really likes doing that. Got to the back once again and got that body triangle. This time he was away from the fence, so Zalal like really couldn't work his way back up. And Aljo went back to what he was doing before from that backpack, landing shots from that position, just kept going and going. In this round, he got like a rear naked choke with one hand, and he started just punching with the other. He tried to go for a rear naked choke, but it was around Zalal's arm. It was a bit of a different grip. It did look very tight, but Aljo didn't get it. Aljo still stayed very patient with that body triangle, transitioned to the mount, landed a couple more ground and pound shots. Zalal eventually was able to get some space and get back to his knees and got up against the fence and got back up. Aljo just stayed on him when he got back up. Tried to land some elbows and knees in close. Landed a couple punches as well. Really, really good round from Aljamain Sterling, man. Probably like his most dominant round in this fight. He was clearly up 3-1 going into the fifth. Zalal needed to get a finish, but he once again started the round very strong. Aljo put Zalal on his back foot. Zalal tried to let his offense go a little bit, but he tried landing those straight punches, a jab and a 1-2. Almost landed that knee again. He went to that knee pretty much in every single round. Just couldn't land it flush. Aljo was able to get a single against the cage. They stayed there for a while, just trying to smother against Zalal, to run that clock down a little bit. They separated from that. Aljo stayed on the pressure, tried landing some punches, but shot for a takedown once again against the cage. Got Zalal down. Was able to transition to the back once again. Got the body triangle. Back to work with his ground and pound. Zalal got back up to his knees at the round, but Aljo's still on the back. Was literally hitting him with both hands. Literally just freaking double punching him. It was so crazy and cool to see. Ended that round super, super strong. Aljamain Sterling did. Aljo clearly wins the fight 4-1. Dominated from that backpack position. Just was really the story of the fight. On the feet, whoever was going forward was having more success. Once Aljo got to that backpack position with the body triangle, it was wraps. Zalal really couldn't get out of that ever. I said it in the prediction video, man. It was going to come down to whoever on the ground had the more dominant positions and was landing more damage, and that's what it ended up being. Aljo just put on such a good performance, man. I was saying that the fight, like I was torn on who the fight was going to go to, because Zalal is a very good fighter, man. Like this fight might not have like shown that, but he is. He really is. Again, this featherweight division is very stacked, so I don't know like where he stands, but he just got dominated by a very, very high level guy, man. Aljamain Sterling on the ground is still like super underrated, and people don't understand how good he is down there. He's one of the best in the world there. Just what a performance from Aljamain Sterling, man. Put some respect on Aljamain Sterling's name, man. Put respect on his name. He's so underrated, man. People don't understand. I said before, if one of them went out there and performed and got like a finish or something, they would maybe jump the line in front of Evloev, but no, Evloev has to be next for that title, and I think Aljo after that should challenge next 100%. He has to be. He's going to try and become two-time champion. Yeah, man, I love Aljo. I'm super happy he won, and congrats to him. You love to see it, man. That was a breakdown on the main event. Now I'm gonna move to the rest of the card, and bro, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like, I did horrendous in predictions on this card. Usually in the past, like I did really well with every main card. This one I did pretty bad, and the prelims as well. I did absolutely horrendous. So not great showing for me, to be honest. But let's go to the co-main event: Dumont versus Jocelyn Edwards. Edwards to me clearly won this fight. I would argue Edwards probably won every round. Like I don't even think that's crazy to say. Edwards in that first round tried to go for that toss, but she failed. Dumont ended up on top, but like Dumont wasn't doing any damage. Edwards before that had landed like a couple low kicks, one big right hand. Dumont went back in a straight line with her chin in the air and got caught with that big right hand. As I said, would be a danger for her in this fight. Most of the damage in round 2 came from low kicks from both. Some body kicks from Edwards, some twos to the body from Dumont. There was one sequence where both of them landed a good punch on each other, and Edwards had a nice elbow in the clinch at the end of that round as well. I feel like there's more of an argument to give Dumont this round than the first. Like, is that crazy to say? I don't think that's crazy to say. Like, a lot of people gave Dumont the first round, which I think is weird. Like, even the judges all gave Dumont the first round, but I thought, like, it was clear Edwards won the first round. Like, I don't know why. I feel like there's more of an argument to give Dumont this round than the first. Like, is that crazy to say? I don't think it is. Edwards, as I said, threw in quick combinations. There's one time specifically in round 3, she had a really good one. It was like a 2-3-2 or something. Were the biggest shots landed in the entire fight, those shots were. the whole fight, Edwards stayed on the front foot, landed a combination, was trying to throw more, landed harder shots, had a lot of shots to the body that started to add up towards the end. Dumont was on the outside backing up the entire time. Very little output. Edwards was just way more active throughout the fight. There wasn't a whole lot of significant strikes landed, like except for that right hand in the first round and that big right hand in the third round. But from Edwards just landed more as a whole, and she's now in the top 3. Big win for Jocelyn Edwards. I got my prediction wrong, but even this one, I was a bit upset with myself because I wanted to go. I said that I wouldn't be surprised if Edwards won by TKO. She did land it like how I said, with Dumont's chin in the air and landed that right hand, but it was a bit annoying, man, because I like when I was breaking it down, I was like, I low-key want to go with Edwards, but I don't know the level of opposition, I don't know, but she got it done either way, and it kind of annoyed me. But congrats to Jocelyn Edwards, man. Now in the top 3, best win of her career so far, and very close to being in that title picture. Congrats to her, man. It was a really big win, good win. Now to Rafa Garcia versus Alexander Hernandez. Rafa was just moving forward as the aggressor the entire time. Hernandez was circling the cage as we expected. In round 1, Garcia landed 2 takedowns. One of them he picked Hernandez up and literally dumped him on the ground. Garcia kept throwing out that jab, landing that right hand a couple times. Garcia did a good job with that high guard and blocking everything and making Hernandez miss. Garcia started countering Hernandez a lot more in round 2 with those left hooks and those big right hands. He just stayed very disciplined in his game plan and just chose his moments. Never overextended himself trying to land something. Hernandez at the start of round 3 started to have a lot more success pushing Rafa back, staying in the center. He needed more of that earlier, man. I think Hernandez really had to throw more punches and combinations and really give Rafa something to respect. But overall, it was a really good performance from Rafa. I went with Hernandez in this one. Again, I got this one wrong. I said Hernandez by TKO in round 2, I think. Don't really know why. I thought he would go to that left hook more, and he did go to it a couple times, but didn't ever land it flush. Yeah, it was a really good performance from Rafa. I think he's just still outside that top 15. I don't think he's gonna get a ranked opponent yet. I think he's one fight away from doing that. Maybe he fights like a Bobby Green, a Lance Gibson Jr., a Drew Dober, something like that. Someone like that that's just outside the top 15 as well, and they fight to see who gets a ranked opponent next. But yeah, really good showing from Rafa. Like, Rafa doesn't have the most like intriguing and most like crazy fight style ever. He just has a very simple, disciplined fight style, and it's not a bad thing, man. He looked very good in this fight, and it was a good win. So congrats to him. Next fight, Davy Grant versus Juan Adrian Martinetti. Yeah, was a fantastic fight. This one was a great fight. Both of them were just super game. Martinetti actually showed better boxing than I expected in this fight. Had success with that uppercut. Should have thrown it more. Kept that pace. Good cardio. Took some big shots. Had to go for more takedowns early on. He really should have done that more. And tried getting to that fight to the ground. Grant chopped at that leg early with calf kicks, oblique kicks. Really, really nice. Landed big looping right hands. Body head combinations. Landed that left hook. Martinetti took all of it. He's very durable. Grant just kept that pace and volume, man. Won the first 2 rounds. Martinetti came out aggressive in that third. Tried to land combos. He really needed to finish. Martinetti got a takedown late in that fight. Should have tried a lot more earlier, as I said. Didn't do anything with that takedown that he got. Grant did well to get back up. Martinetti probably took the last round, but it was already 2-1. Both of them dealt with the pace well. Martinetti is very tough and durable. I love Davy Grant, man. Never in a boring fight ever. And at 40 years old, aging like fine wine. What a performance, man. Kept that pace. Just super impressive, man. I love Davy Grant. Congrats to him, man. And Martinetti showed a good performance for himself. He actually looked better than I thought. Like I said, his boxing looked, watching the footage, his hands didn't look great, but it looked well. He had success with that uppercut. Really nice. It was a good fight between the both of them, but it was clear Davy Grant won at the end. He's such a G. Congrats to him. Aging like fine wine. And speaking of aging like fine wine, Raoni Barcelos comes out and beats Montague Jackson. This was a good fight as well. I honestly think this one should have been the co-main event, honestly. Jackson did well early on. Jackson came out with that kick to the body and that left hand. He actually dropped Barcelos, and Jackson looked really good in round 1. Defended takedowns a lot better. Hands looked very quick. That 2 was nasty. And honestly, in that first round, I was starting to get a bit worried. I was starting to think Barcelos would get finished. Like, it was looking like that because he he was super accurate with that too. Obviously, like I said, with Montague Jackson being a southpaw, I would be more open to being there. Barcelos had to get out of the way of it. Jackson did well to defend takedowns in round 1. Eventually did get taken down towards the end. Barcelos ended the round on the back on a rear naked choke. It honestly looked like he would have got it if he had like maybe 10 more seconds. It looked very tight. But round 1 to me was still the clearest round to Montague Jackson. But round 2 and 3 were pretty close. Jackson early in round 2 still looked quick with that straight left, but stopped throwing the kick, then the left hand. I don't know why he stopped doing that. He had a lot of success with it, and it was a very similar thing to what Umar had landed in his fight with Barcelos. Came in with like a nice knee and then landed that left hook. It's kind of like a similar combination to that, setup to that. Jackson just slowly in the fight started to have less and less output. Barcelos just stayed on that pressure, got Jackson against the cage and tried getting those takedowns. Couldn't get like any traditional simple takedowns against the feds, so he started transitioning to a lot of trips. Had more success with that. Jackson still landed some shots here and there, but it wasn't enough output still. Jackson did do well to not let Barcelos get settled on the ground and scrambled back up quickly when he did get taken down, which was good. Barcelos ended that round on the back once again on a rear naked choke. It happened twice in a row. Very, very weird. Round 3, more the same from Barcelos. Kept that pressure and putting Jackson on the back foot. Kept trying to get takedowns. Eventually got one. Controlled a little bit. It was another round of the control of Barcelos and the little damage of Jackson. Barcelos just ended the fight on the back again. To me, was the rightful winner. I thought Barcelos won this fight, and a very good win for him. You could tell it was a very tough fight for the both of them. I'm happy Barcelos got into the top 15 for the first time, man. He really deserves it, dude. Aging like fine wine, man. Both David Grant and Raoni Barcelos keeping these paces in these fights is just so impressive, man. Just love to see it, dude. Both unks got it done. Yeah, man, happy for them. Montague Jackson showed me like a bit more of his potential even more, and like just got to clean up a few things, man. Just have more output and be able to keep that pace, and he'll be really good. Next fight, my God. Spann knocks out Marcus Buchecha with a nasty right hand. Honestly, though, at the start of this fight, Buchecha, like as meaty as he came out, his striking did look a lot better. Came out with some feints, nice low kicks, but Spann came out and tried to land those big shots quickly, those straight punches. Buchecha in that first round level changed, and it honestly looked like Spann was gonna get that guillotine, dude. He attempted it so many times, Buchecha did well to spin out of it every time. Spann had the opportunity to back away and get back to the feet, but he decided not to. I thought it was gonna come back to bite him, dude. I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing? This is what I mean. Like, he's getting too overconfident, being on the ground with Buchecha for too long. I was like, that was the one thing I said in my prediction video. I don't want him to do that and get overconfident and do something like dumb like that. But he did well to keep himself safe. Landed some big ground and pound shots. Tried that guillotine many times, as I said, when they got back up to the feet. I thought he would get it in certain instances. Like, it looked like it was close a lot of times. Buchecha did try a heel hook at some point, but Spann did well to get out of it. Round 2 started. It was interrupted by like a couple eye pokes from Buchecha. But then, once they get back to the action, Spann landed that nice 3-2. Right hand landed big time on Buchecha. Put him out cold. Did not know where he was. Really nasty, man. And I'm going to say this right now, dude. Ryan Spann on his day, with his power and his speed that he has, on his day, this guy is still a problem. He's still a problem, dude. I'm telling you. I love watching Ryan Spann fight. It's always entertaining. Very good. Good win for him. I just think Buchecha just hasn't shown he can beat guys like this, man. Again, his striking did look better, but wasn't enough, man. And he did look like he gassed pretty quick. Great win for Spann, man. Great win. Now this one, Viera versus McConico. This one I'm freaking pissed about. I'm such an idiot. I'm so dumb, man. What am I doing? I'm so mad about myself with this one. First, Viera came out aggressive, dropped him with that right hand early on. Almost had an armbar at some point. Viera won round 1 clearly. Round 2, McConico defended takedowns way better. Stayed on the feet. Landed some nice left hand and some combinations. Found that left high kick like I mentioned in that video. I didn't mention it, but I put it in a little note on the side. Round 3 was more the same. Didn't let himself get taken down. Landed better shots. Made Viera stay on the feet with him. McConico won the fight clearly 2-1. I know I went with Viera, but I don't know why I went with Viera. Like, the whole week, I was like, I'm going to go McConico. I'm going to go with McConico. And I don't know why I didn't mention this in the video. But I'm being genuinely serious. I just thought he would be able to control him on the ground more. McConico he's always game and always ready to fight, man. This one really annoyed me, dude. Really annoyed me, this one. But I'm happy for McConico. Good win. Yeah, man, I'm really disappointed in myself in that one. But moving on, McVey destroyed Dumas, came with that pressure, landed a nice lead uppercut off of Dumas' jab, dropped him, jumped on the opportunity. I think he went for one submission attempt first, and then he locked up the Darce. It was done. Nice and quick win for McVey. Yeah, finally gets his first win in the UFC, keeps that 100% finish rate in all of his fights intact. I just based my prediction off of that. I didn't think that McVey would be able to get a first round finish and Sudrikas would be able to get one in the second. And I was wrong. Dumas couldn't deal with the heavy onslaught early on in the first round, and McVey just ran through him, man. So good on him. Silva versus Montague. Montague came out aggressive, landed a couple punches, instantly took her down, landed a nice ground and pound, controlled the rest of that first round. Some people said a 10-8, which is... I don't know what you're watching. Silva did better to stay on the feet in round 2, and this is where you could really tell Montague needs work in her striking. She looked very green. Silva probably won that second round. Silva got a good position at some point, but got too high in the back. Montague reversed her. And on the feet, they were still pretty even, and Montague did land some shots. Was a clear Montague win. There's not much else to say on the fight. It's tough to see for Silva because not long ago she was in a title fight, which was crazy, first of all. And now she's on a 5-fight skid now, I think. And yeah, it's tough to see. Never good to see for anyone, but Montague was just stronger and better on the ground, and I thought Silva had an advantage in the striking, but it wasn't by much. Yeah, Montague did well enough on the feet there, but you could tell Montague still really needs to work on his striking. Filho versus Cody Durden. Durden was just better on the feet. Filho didn't have as much success on the ground as he would have wanted. Was really only close to getting a submission like one time in the fight. Late notice fight didn't help Filho at all. Durden got a big underdog win, and yeah, man, there's not much to say about that one really. Outstruck him on the feet, scored more takedowns. Really it, to be honest. Sorry, it was Durden that got a submission attempt, not Filho. So yeah, good win for Durden. Got that one wrong. Marshall versus Brennan. This one I honestly didn't really watch. I was talking to one of my family members while I was watching it, so I didn't watch it clearly. It seemed to me that Marshall did well on the ground. Was only a couple of times where he was in a submission threat from Brennan, but he got out of both of them. I think they were like heel hooks. On the feet, Marshall was just better, as I expected, than Brennan. Marshall probably won every single round. Marshall just put on a good performance. That's really it. Griffin versus Valenzuela. Am I the only one who thought Griffin won? Like, I haven't watched it back afterwards, but I thought he won round 1, and round two could have gone either way. But even round 3, even though in round 3 Valenzuela did come out more aggressive and at the start of the round landed some good punches, towards the end Griffin landed some good straight lefts also. But I agree that the third round was to Valenzuela. Second round could have gone either way, so yeah, I could see it going either way. But it was a close fight, so no real complaints. Valenzuela had a nice message at the end of the fight. Really, really beautiful to see. Good win for Valenzuela. Really happy for him. And another Chileno in the UFC, so good to see it. Alencar versus Polastri. Alencar's striking was just better than I thought it would be, honestly. Most of the fight played out there. Polastri had her best round in round 3. Landed her biggest punches. It's just since from the start of the fight, Polastri in that first round and on was just fighting like acting as if she was already up like 3 rounds from the first round. It was very just wasn't active enough on the feet in those early rounds. Alencar just got out and ahead of her. It's not that Alencar has better striking than her, because she doesn't. Polastri had better striking. She was just cruising and just not having enough output, and Alencar did better on the feet, man, and she got it done. I was horrendous with predictions on this card, especially the prelims, dude. All the ones that I got right on the dot. Like Montague I got right, Marshall I got right, Spann I got right, Grant I got right, Barcelos I got right as well, sorry, and Sterling. I got them all correct, pretty much on the dot. I'm mad about a couple ones I decided, but put some respect on his name. Aljamain Sterling is that guy, one of the best grapplers in the world. Always love to see Aljamain Sterling win. Really happy for him. Yeah, man, that's my recap on the entire card. I thank you guys for watching once again. More videos coming later this week. Excited because we have JDM versus Carlos Prates. Really excited for that, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching once again. Peace.